Okay, in this video we're taking a look at Nooie Doorbell. This is a smart Wi-Fi doorbell. First, a few images that give you some details about this, and then we'll actually unbox it, see what comes included in the box, and we'll look at what it takes to get this thing connected and operational, and talk about some of the details. Alright, so as stated, we're taking a look at the Nooie Doorbell. Now, I am familiar with this company. I own at least one or more of everything that they make, and I've been very pleased with their products. I'm hoping that this will provide me the same satisfaction. So, this has a 10,000 milliamp battery. Hopefully it will last for quite a long time. We'll see how that plays out. It is, of course, going to be mounted inside or outside or inside of a covered area, so you shouldn't have to worry too much about water and everything else. As far as rain goes, it has 2K resolution, so you're going to get better than a typical 1080p camera, which is pretty common with a lot of different cameras. Of course, you have motion detection alerts. You have the chime that's going to be inside, of course, so you can hear the doorbell, you know, when it goes off, so it will operate in the standard type capacity. You have cloud storage, or you have a micro SD card slot that you can actually store this locally, and you don't have to worry about paying for any additional services. So you have the option to go with, you know, either one of those or both, whatever you want to do. It also works on both the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz network, which is really nice because a lot of people kind of wish that they had the option to do one or the other or both and not just one, because typically it's just 2.4. So this is the box it comes in. It actually looks pretty nice as far as packaging, and we're going to open it together. I've opened it, pulled the battery out and charged it. That was it. So here's your packaging. So let's kind of just see what we have. Alright, so we have a user guide or a user manual. And it talks about the mounting options, so you can mount it flush or flat, or you can have a 15-degree angle. Well, there's two different mounting plates. It has a template for mounting to make it simpler to mount the actual unit. Share your experience, become a member of the club, Nooie Club. So there's a little membership type card. Looks like we have some stickers. Alright, so this is what it looks like, the actual packaging. So we have battery and accessories. So here's our 10,000 milliamp battery, and it uses a Type-C connection, which is really nice. Nice to see that it's updated, newer. You have a Type-C cable. I think they got some screws for mounting in here. I don't know. Hey, definitely in there. Yeah, this is the hardware. So you got your screws and your anchors. So if you were mounting this, I guess in concrete or drywall, either one. And this looks like it's probably going to be a reset tool, also similar to like a SIM eject type tool. So that looks like all there is in here. And we have a Ethernet cable, which is actually flat, which is nice. Set that to the side. Set that to the side. And looks like we have our flat mounting plate there. And our mounting plate that is angled, so we have a 15-degree angle, so depending upon, you know, what your setup is, what you require, you have the option to go with either one. Base station with Chime. Alright. And it doesn't look like there's anything in here. Okay. So we've got our power. Looks like we have an Ethernet jack in this recessed area here, and a micro SD card slot here. And it has this sort of nice looking cloth cover and just the letter N, so it's not too crazy on the branding, so that's nice. It's got a little button on there. Alright. Warm reception start with Nooie on the box on the inside. And this is the doorbell itself, the camera and the doorbell. Let's get this out. That seems to be it. Alright, so here's our doorbell, our button, we have our battery area in the back, we have our contact points here, and a little release mechanism down here. This appears to just snap into place on these little clips. And the battery, not going to pop it all the way in quite yet, but that just drops into place like that. So that looks good. And of course we need to peel the protective covering. So there's our camera, sensors, and everything else. Alright, so now that we have everything open, let me get my phone, we'll get the app installed, and we'll take a look at what is involved in actually setting this up. Okay, so we'll be right back and take a look at the setup process together. Alright, so real quickly, the camera is supposed to operate ideally at about 40 to 44 inch from the ground up. So that's the mounting distance that is ideal according to the information. The button here and the reset button here, if you have any problems, you can press those at the same time, kind of reset things and start over. Bottom here is where your speaker is. And as far as the actual camera, because of, I assume, the glare from bright lights, the sun and such, you probably don't want to have this in direct sunlight if at all possible. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that as an issue. So what we're going to do now is we're going to succeed or we're going to fail together. I've not tested this. I don't know how this is going to work. As far as, this particular camera, I actually have several cameras already. So I'm going to be looking at my phone as I add this, but I'm going to try to show you both what I'm doing and how I'm going about it, and the actual screen. So you have to search for and install the app, the Nooie app, if you don't already have it. Fortunately, I already have five of their cameras that I'm already using. Alright, so we are going to add camera. Add camera. And doorbell. Make sure your doorbell battery is fully charged before proceeding. Alright, it is fully charged. Let me go ahead and insert the doorbell battery. Get it locked into place. Alright, and we are good to go. LED indicator will glow blue once the battery is full. Yeah, there's an LED indicator on the battery, so it's going to be orange. I believe it's orange and then blue once it's fully charged. Alright, so next, plug in the base station and wait till the LED indicator flashes blue. Go ahead and plug that in here. Even though it's going to end up in the other room, I want to put it here for the purpose of the video so that it's more noticeable for us during this process. And it is illuminated blue, but it is not yet flashing. All right. Now it's flashing, so flashing blue. Turn on location permissions to retrieve your Wi-Fi automatically. Enter your Wi-Fi name manually. So settings, allow while using, and password. Connect phone to the hotspot. Okay, connect. Nooie. Connecting. Internet. Keep Wi-Fi connection. Connected without internet. Okay. Let's change back to the app. Pairing. Alright, so we're in the pairing process. Please press the button once. Click next. Base station. Alright, so pressed it as instructed. Next. Insert your doorbell battery. Press the reset button once. Next, when the doorbell LED turns to a steady white, and it is steady white, so next, congratulations, you've finished the pairing process. Take the product out for a spin before you fix the doorbell to the wall. Push the doorbell button to see if the base station rings. Okay, well, I hear it here. Okay. Huh. Allow. Huh. Alright, so there we go. Got a little feedback because of proximity. Let's close that. Alright, due to the proximity, that caused some feedback. Continue. Doorbell successfully connected. Time to install the doorbell. And they have a video below for help with installation, so that's going to be really handy. We're not going to do that. And they says check out the manual. I've installed my doorbell, so I'm going to click that. Name. I'm going to name it front door. Save. Well, that was pretty much it. So now what I want to do, I'm going ahead and do the firmware update and everything, but now what I want to do is go ahead and get this installed and show you what the video looks like when it's actually installed and functioning. And I guess that's pretty much it, other than, seeing a quick demo of the actual video in use as far as the functionality goes. So I guess we'll be back with that in just a few moments. Alright, forgive me, but for some reason during the recording process, the screen went black and it stopped the recording. But basically, it was just a couple of steps away from completing. So you didn't really miss out on a whole lot. Again, I'm sorry. I have nothing to do about that. But every time I do certain things with my phone, for some reason the screen does do that. Sometimes it just turns the screen off. So that kills the recording whenever I'm doing a screen recording. But basically I just had to follow the prompts of next, continue, and everything to finalize and complete the actual process. And the app will walk you through the entire process. So the only thing really now left to do is to actually mount the camera and show you what the video looks like when it works, in that capacity. As you can see here, we have all the different cameras, and if we hit the front door, I'm going to cancel that. We're not going to do the firmware. We can tap to go live. We have the two-way audio option. If I hit the actual button, you can hear it ringing over there, and you can also see a quick preview right here. So actually you can see a preview of yourself right there, and I can answer or reject, or I can do a quick response right here on the actual app. I'm not going to go through all the different settings, of course, but you can, of course, adjust the settings to your likings within the app. And other than that, you've got all your apps here. You have your account settings and everything, and you can check for updates. You can subscribe to the cloud storage if you want to, and just make your different adjustments within the app. But that's beyond the scope of what I have intended for this video. What I'd like to do now is just show you the actual video when the doorbell is actually mounted, so you can see and get some idea of what to expect from the actual doorbell in terms of the performance. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get this thing mounted, and then I'll get a video showing you what that looks like, and hopefully you'll be able to judge for yourself whether this is something you'd like to have or not. And I'll leave a link below. You can always check that out, find out more details. We just kind of skimmed over some of the more important aspects or basics, and that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Check out a quick demonstration of the doorbell in action beyond what you've already seen, and we'll call it quits at this point. Thanks. Alright, so real quickly, that is the doorbell there, and it seems to light up white when it detects motion. And if I walk up to it, well, you heard my phone just now. Trying to hold the phone and the camera at the same time. So if I walk up to it, I press this, you can see someone is ringing your doorbell, and human front door thinks it spotted someone, so it gives you that like human detection. And if I click on it like that, I can take and view the video, and it goes green and then it clears out. So sorry, it's kind of really difficult to hold the camera and the phone, but by any means I'm going to show you a demo of the video. But that is the camera there, and you can see on the phone you can answer it. The feedback comes because of course the phone on the speaker and the speaker here are communicating. So I had to use a bit of an angle mount, and I tried to use existing holes so I didn't have to drill into the actual siding. But anyway, that's what it looks like. Now I'll show you just a quick video clip and a picture that I took, and you'll see the junk on the front porch. Please ignore that. We're in the process of remodeling and moving things. But anyway, let's jump to the video so you can see an actual example. So just a real quick demonstration of this video. Hopefully this is coming out good. A little bit of an echo because I'm in close proximity, giving up the video and quality and resolution, and ignore the junk. We're in the process of doing modifications to the home. So, alright, so just a quick video, polygon shot, just to give you a quick idea of what to expect. And again, I apologize for the feed for proximity.